Shame in My Community, episode 2. What's up, everybody, and welcome to Be For Real Vlogs. In today's video, I will be continuing my series on shame in my community. This will be episode 2. And I feel like I have a lot of different things to hit on as far as shame in my community, both what I've experienced and what I've seen, and how it has affected me or people around me, right? And overall society, today. If you do not know me, my name is B. Octavia. This is my second channel. I am a mom of an almost 5-year-old. She will be 5 in May. I started YouTube around, I want to say 3 years ago, but it might be 3.5. I'm gonna have to really see exactly when. But overall, I am an entrepreneur wanting to grow several different businesses and brands and things like that. So that's my journey. I am from Washington, D.C. I do enjoy journalism and studying, researching different people and different things that happen in today's time and in the past, days, years, months before I was even born. So like I said, today is Shame in My Community, episode 2. And today I feel like the point surrounding what I'm going to talk about today is people my age living beyond their means, just because people my age and older people have a certain view of where you should be in life according to your age, okay? So I will be giving you some examples of that, and I will be telling you why it's not a good idea to listen to outsiders on, big decisions and big moves in life, like getting an apartment, getting a car, things like that. And I feel like another point in this is, coming from where I come from, we was never taught financial stability. We 9 times out of 10 didn't see it. So it's almost like, after 18, we are thrown into the real world without even knowing what some people would say is basic things, like how to do your taxes and just things that, according to some people and how they judge your age, you're supposed to know all that. But if you haven't been taught and you're only being ridiculed for not knowing it, then you end up making several mistakes, right? So the first example of this video will be getting an apartment, right? A lot of people, both young as myself, I'm 25, a lot of people my age, when we was around 18 or so as well, and older people, they feel like you should be out on your own. You should be out on your own, in your own place, having your own rules. And all of that is fine and dandy, but I think that it's very confusing how, especially in DC, a lot of us were raised on public housing. You know what I'm saying? So we are being thrown into the world as 18, 19-year-olds paying a full rent. You know what I'm saying? And that's what normal people do, but we were not raised like that. I mean, I just see it as very unrealistic to maintain, especially if you don't have up to 6 months of the rent right then and there. You know what I'm saying? To make sure that you straight. It's a lot of people, that around 18, oh, I got my own apartment. And on the other hand, it's like you moved in with a guy you probably barely knew. And when I say barely knew, I mean you didn't live with them before. You don't know how they clean up, if they clean up at all, if you gonna have to, help on they slant of the rent, on they half of the rent, because they behind sometimes. And a lot of people end up getting thrown out of their apartments, within 6 months to a year, just because that they don't know how to maintain the bills. The bills got sky high. They didn't keep up with the utilities. There was a lot of noise complaints. I think that, once you hit around 25, you really start to, or you're supposed to really chill out on shit like that, that can get you thrown out of a place. But some people don't, and they wonder why, oh, I'm bragging about this accomplishment, but then it gets snatched from under you, and it don't be no accountability. So buying a car, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people say that you're supposed to have your permit by 16 or 17, and then you have your license by at least 21, depending on how many times you fail the test and things to that nature. But a lot of people wasn't taught by the right person how to drive. You know what I'm saying? That's number one. So you going out there, and maybe you did pass the driving part of the test, but that don't mean that you necessarily a good driver. And I believe during the time of the pandemic, a lot of people in DC didn't even have to do the driving portion, because you couldn't sit there close and stuff to another person. So bad drivers, but you got a car that you bragging about. A lot of people don't expect a high insurance. They don't expect that. You got to pay a car note if you didn't have all of the money for the car. And a lot of people don't know how to save up that much money or build their credit enough to get a loan for a car. A lot of people don't even think of stuff like that and get themselves in a world of trouble as far as their credit goes. We wasn't taught that. It was always, oh, you're supposed to be doing this, this, and this, and have this, this, and that by this age. And I feel like a lot of people, they listen to that, they try to live like that, and it's not realistic to how they grew up, what they seen. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I still need to work on responsibility as far as finances go, and maintaining a certain amount. And it's hard to do because I wasn't taught that. I'm not making excuses. I'm willing to learn so that I don't get myself in financial trouble, have a certain debt that I can never pay, you know what I'm saying, or will take a long time to pay. Like, I just want to move smarter, and we wasn't taught that. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't taught how to move smarter as far as building our credit and things, how to get really, really good jobs in order to be able to maintain bills, live a certain way that is healthy wholeheartedly and all the way around. And a lot of people aren't willing to be honest about it. They're not willing to be honest about, like, look, I don't know what I'm doing. I'll be the first to tell you, look, I'm confused. I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? I need to study up on this. I need to know this. I need to be stable. We should all want to be stable, but to live unrealistically due to what somebody else feels, even if it's your parents, even if it's your siblings, you know what I'm saying? To live like that and just listen to and move on another person's word, we're not doing that in 2022. We're not making excuses. It is what it is. We have to learn these things. And the only way we know now, the only way to learn those things is on our own. It's our choice. and somewhat of a responsibility to each other to teach each other those things. You know, once I learn about my credit more, I'll be happy to relay information about how I got my credit up. You know, what I was able to attain as far as anything, you know, with good credit, because I've never had that, you know. So we need more voices, and maybe it shouldn't be young people like myself until we know what we need to know in order to share it, you know. But if it is somebody who is older, instead of passing judgment on, you know, where a person is at in their journey due to their age, I would say encourage them more. Try to teach them without the judgmental tone and vibe. You know what I'm saying? That can help a lot as far as a relationship in family, because a lot of times our elders feel that we don't want to listen to what they have to say, and that's not at all the point. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of times with people that's my age, it's all in the way that you say it, it's all in the way that it's presented, you know, not shady at all, whatever. Just with love and just proper guidance. Like, really give me some type of guidance that I can move with, not something that you heard, not something that somebody else went through that wasn't you. I'm open, and I know that a lot of people that's my age is open to proper guidance, but it gotta be right, you know. It gotta be right. Don't steer us wrong, and we don't think that you will as our elders, you know. But hey, that shame, it deters a lot of people from really, a lot of people my age from going after their true dreams, because they were always told that they were supposed to live a certain way. And I feel like, you know, if you are trying to live a certain way according to others, it just leads to your self-destruction, and we're not doing that either. You know what I'm saying? In 2022, we really gotta get a hold of our shit, and it's a one-person job. Like, get guidance, do research and things like that, but really do it yourself. You can't keep asking. You gotta really take the notes, do the research, and learn what you really want to know. So with all of that being said, I will see y'all in my next video, which will be another series that I'm starting on this channel. So make sure that you stay tuned for that. If you like this video and you like this series, Shame in My Community, please let me know by liking this video. Comment your thoughts down below as far as like what you have experienced, and maybe even some guidance for those who are my age that are seeking it. As long as it's positive, it will live on this channel forever, okay? It's your girl, B. Octavia, and I will see y'all in my next video.